What if quitting is good actually?
But if quitting is really such a bad thing, why did the greatest leader quit all the time, and why did Steve Jobs get fired from his own company?
The answer is simple.
I recently quit the 75 Hard Challenge and had all sorts of doubts going on in my head. You will learn so much about yourself from quitting certain things. I was kind of quitting because of the stress that I had. So what I learned from that is I had to go into self-reflection and analyze what made me quit actually. But what I've realized is that if it's the right thing, you will always make time for it. And that challenge was not the right thing for me, or not following a goal that I felt like I needed to accomplish. Another thing that you realize is that you discover new limits of your physical ability, your mental abilities. Working with older people that are like close to retirement, a lot of them, they work their whole life one single job. They oftentimes don't understand why younger people like millennials and Gen Z are like way more picky with their job and change jobs way more often. Being a part of that generation that quits their jobs more frequently is to always reevaluate, is this actually what I want to do? Because you can be in any kind of job, try to have them see your potential. If they don't see your potential, they're not going to give you the raise that you're asking for. Some people are stuck in these like jobs for like such a long time, either because they're too scared to quit or because they think maybe one day they will see my potential. They will not. That's why I think it is so bold and actually a strong thing to do, to quit your job. And also quitting or getting divorced in like relationships. A lot of times people always look up to people, oh, you've been married for like such a long time, and yes, it's a commitment, but there are also so many people married that are just too scared to get divorced, that are too scared to live by themselves because they got so used to the relationship that they just accept unacceptable behavior. Again, it helps to reflect on your situations and always reassuring, is this aligning with my goals that I have long term, my short term things that I'm doing right now and working on. Another thing is understanding your why. What is driving you? When you quit, sometimes you realize, okay, my why wasn't strong enough, or I need to adjust certain things for me to actually keep going and feeling still motivated to keep going. Also, a common misconception is that quitting equals a failure, but actually it does not. Sometimes it just means not right now because it doesn't align with your current life situation. So it's about always trying again. Sometimes you might even realize this is not for me. Let's say you're starting a YouTube channel and you realize like, okay, this niche actually is not benefiting me and it's not really benefiting others. And then you might even change your type of videos that you produce, and then you see that works better for you. So I wouldn't always see it as something like, oh, this is the final straw, like there's no other possibilities, because there always are other possibilities. And just because you've never seen anyone do it before, you can be the first one to do it. Also, when it comes to trends like, let's say, 75 Hard Challenge, what you learn is what you truly care about, what you really value. And just because everyone does it doesn't mean that this is the right fit for you and there isn't like other ways to achieve your goals. Oftentimes because of social media, we think like this one size fits all, but that's actually not working for a lot of people. So sometimes if we struggle with something that seems to be like popular or successful with other people, we translate that to being a failure or not being fast enough, smart enough, all sorts of negative things, because we subconsciously compare ourselves to that other person that succeeded doing that specific thing. Letting go of that expectation and understanding that you're actually choosing yourself is like such a big sign of self-compassion, actually helping you get closer to yourself, your own goals, and the people that you cherish the most. Quitting doesn't mean that you are a weak person. It means that you are learning about yourself, about your strengths, about your weaknesses, and knowing about your weaknesses is just as important as knowing about your strengths. So actually quitting something, you are getting to know yourself better. what kind of work you want to do, what kind of stuff you don't want to do, what kind of connections with people you don't want to nurture. And quitting something always means that now you have time and room in your schedule to do other things that you value a lot more. So quitting means you're making more time for other stuff that you prioritize. Because when I noticed, I actually shouldn't even be worrying so much about doing my sports. I should be worried more about my studies. So I realized I was kind of like at some point also like procrastinating doing 75 hard and focusing on that instead of focusing on my studies, because I felt like studying is harder than actually doing a workout. But then because my interest kind of like shifted, also my lack of organization skills came into play, I realized I cannot keep doing the challenge. We can all run a marathon, but we need different schedules, different training plans. Some people might already have a lot of stamina and already be runners, and some people never did running. Some people might be overweight and have like a harder start getting into running, but that doesn't mean that we can't all run a marathon. It's important to reevaluate and to reflect on your current situation and what you're currently working with and you're able to do. And it doesn't mean that in the future you can't do exactly that. So being rejected or quitting, it's not a bad thing. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!